Disclaimer: the following section is based on my personal observations of my own son when he becomes upset. I have identified what I perceive as 6 levels of disquietude. Please note that these observations may not be applicable to your child or the individual you are caring for. This content is not medically verified and reflects solely my own opinions and experiences. Throughout a decade of caring for my son, I've observed a progression in his behavioral challenges. I've noticed distinct levels of frustration that typically begin mildly, but can escalate into a state of being overwhelming and unmanageable, an all too common experience for many of us in similar situations. Based on my extensive longitudinal observations, I have deduced the existence of a hierarchical taxonomy of emotional perturbation in individuals afflicted with Prader-Willi Syndrome. This taxonomy delineates 6 discrete levels of disquietude, numbered sequentially from 1 to 6. 1. Incipient reactivity, characterized by elevated vocalizations, often inquiries seeking clarification or elaboration upon a directive or topic of discussion. Slight jumping, podal movement occurs. Signs of unease, such as fidgeting or mild agitation with the environmental stimuli or social situation. 2. Mild provocation, evidenced by mild kinetic behaviors such as minor podal movements delivered at an increased cadence or intensity when seeking understanding. Escalating vocal protests may accompany if comprehension remains elusive. Verbal expressions of discomfort include statements of dissatisfaction or disengagement. Tone of voice may become more pronounced. 3. Moderate agitation, typified by rapidly shifting facial expressions conveying mounting agitation or frustration. Kinesthetic movements concurrently accelerate alongside intensifying vocalizations, rapid podal movement and self-hitting. Physical manifestations of restlessness, like pacing or fiddling, emerge. Compliance with directives starts to wane. 4. Intermittent disquietude, marked by auto-effective or self-directed actions, likely emanating from a lack of directive comprehension or recollection. Attempts at independent sense-making emerge. Throwing of objects. Outward shows of distress intensify through actions, including stomping, door slamming, or crying. Emotional deregulation becomes apparent. 5. Advanced turbulence, wherein both verbal and nonverbal communications become coarser, more illogical, and potentially threatening in nature, signaling an exacerbated state by throwing object towards persons. Potentially harmful behaviors may arise, presenting a risk of injury. Throwing objects, kicking or hitting may transpire. Complete lack of behavioral control. 6. Profound perturbation, when physical conduct abruptly escalates, potentially endangering oneself or others through intentional psychomotor actions. Concomitant property damage also poses a risk at this stage due to degraded control of impulses. Maximum escalation occurs, characterized by unmitigated emotional tempest and danger to self or others. Violent conduct is plausible, demanding immediate specialist intervention. This graded scale of the disquietude phenomenon aids systematic comprehension and customized support for de-escalation at each phase before full-blown behavioral crises ensue. Revisiting the 6 levels of disquietude, managing and diffusing challenging behaviors effectively requires a nuanced understanding of each stage. Here's a detailed look at strategies for diffusing situations, with medical insights and examples. Diffusing the 6 levels of disquietude. Levels 1 to 2. Early intervention. At these initial stages, behaviors are typically mild and can be quickly diffused with the right approach. It's crucial to communicate softly and gently, as whispering can help prevent escalation. Research from the Journal of Autism and Developmental Disorders, 2017, points out that individuals with PWS often have heightened sensitivity to loud noises and sensory stimuli, which can lead to increased stress and anxiety. For instance, instead of raising your voice or displaying aggressive facial expressions, which might exacerbate anxiety, try whispering calming phrases like, "Let's explore this together." This alternative to a direct no engages them without triggering opposition, aligning with the suggestion in Developmental Medicine and Child Neurology, 2018, that collaborative language fosters cooperation. It's vital not to meet their escalating behaviors with confrontation. Remember, due to their chromosomal condition, self-regulation of emotions can be particularly challenging for individuals with PWS. Maintaining a soothing tone, introducing favorite toys, or proposing activities they enjoy can redirect their focus. For example, saying, "Hey Aston Martin, Rexy would love to go on a train ride," provides a pleasant distraction, which is often effective at these early levels of discontent. Maintaining calm and patience. Utilize a consistent, tranquil voice to soothe and connect, understanding that patience is essential. This approach can be particularly effective when it involves taking breaks from the current environment, such as heading outdoors or visiting a park. Changing the setting can help alleviate tensions and provide a calming influence, as also supported by clinical child psychology and psychiatry, 2019. Understanding and explaining repeatedly. Given that understanding is often limited, it's critical to explain situations multiple times and in various ways. Familiarize yourself with their individual characteristics to better anticipate responses and prepare accordingly. What if we reach level 6? Reaching the 6th level can be overwhelming for both the caregiver and the individual. Here, it's crucial to remember that neither party is at fault. When my son Aston Martin reaches this level, I find bringing in his favorite dinosaur, Rexy, coupled with a comforting hug, can be soothing. Whispering calming suggestions, like making a healthy treat, can quickly refocus his attention. According to Research in Developmental Disabilities, 2020, redirecting to a favored activity can significantly lower stress levels. For example, suggesting an activity like making a healthy cupcake engages his interest and calms him almost instantly. I choose a low-sugar mix, such as Lakanto's no-added-sugar vanilla cupcake mix, which is a healthier option. Participating in the process of making cupcakes not only distracts but also involves him in a structured yet enjoyable activity. Through this method, Aston Martin transitions from distress to engagement, often showing happiness and eagerness. Offering multiple options, like choosing between a park visit, cupcake making, or blowing bubbles, gives him a sense of control and allows him to make a choice, which is essential according to Pediatrics in Review, 2018. Ultimately, having backup plans and creating imaginative scenarios can be profoundly effective. By consistently applying these techniques, you can help de-escalate challenging situations, fostering a more positive and supportive environment. Lifestyle changes. Adopting a lifestyle replete with healthy habits can significantly enhance your family's journey. Early establishment of portion control can prove particularly beneficial. Employing measuring cups and teaching their use can serve as practical tools in this endeavor. For instance, using individual cereal sachets alongside a metric cup or a small 250 ml bottle of milk can visually and practically enforce portion control, reducing the likelihood of excessive food sourcing and consumption. Addressing management proactively is essential. Delaying can complicate the process as habits become entrenched. Though it is not irreversible, it will undoubtedly require patience and persistence. Stay tuned for the next episode on Prader-Willi Syndrome and what I found to be the best approach for food sourcing techniques. Until next time, check out our Facebook page at www.facebook.com Prader-Willi Life and our website www.praderwillilife.com.au. My book is available on Amazon stores worldwide, titled Rare Threads, A Life with Prader-Willi Syndrome. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, God bless, and see you next time.